here's your Kevin.
And sweaty.
Hey, guys, it's Amber
And Kristen.
and today we have Abigail with us,
Abigail.
our carrot. For those that don't know,
Now I gotta figure out how to get my chair. Hang on.
Peas and carrots.
cheese and carrots.
Jinx.
Give me a call.
Touch blue, you owe me too.
Anyway, this is our Thoughtful Thursday live.
Ooh.
And today we are talking about what, girls?
Something that has nothing to do with me.
Yes. Yes. Well, possibly never, ever.
Hopefully never ever.
Because today is relationship and dating after 40.
Which is why we're gonna have Abigail on because this is a perfect example.
Yeah,
I
she's
feel
our,
special.
she's our dater.
Oh,
So I know for me, like when I was in my 30s, I felt like if I did not find a man immediately to settle down with, like if I was just going to be lost forever in the abyss of.
That was my
singleness.
20s.
That was your 20s.
That was my 20s.
That was my 30s. And I had several friends that I was really close to, and they were like, okay, so let's make a deal. If we're not married by such and such, then we're just going to marry each other. Yeah, I mean, we had those deals going on.
Yeah.
And then I kind of made a deal with God, and I was like, okay, if I'm not married by 40, then I'm done. Like, I'm just not going to do it. I got married, me and Jimmy got married a week before I turned 40.
Oh geez.
A week before I turned 40.
You were so close,
Yes, I was
Amber.
so
You were
close
so close.
to being single for the rest of my life.
Well, I think that like we've all gone through the marriages and the divorces and screw that, dude. You're better than me.
I mean, you're younger than us. So at any point before you and Justin, because you all been together, what, 10 years?
Mhm.
So, I don't know. You were still in your, what, mid-20s then?
I was
She's just a baby.
25 when we met.
So, I guess you did not
I just
have
a
that
baby.
mentality of, oh my God, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life.
Well, I went from so my ex-husband and I divorced in it was April Fool's Day. I got the call from my lawyer to tell me my divorce was finalized in 2015.
That's
Um,
not an April Fool's joke.
Oh, I asked her because my divorce drug on for 2 years. So I was like, "Are you sure? Like this went through?"
Is this a joke?
And she goes, "No, I promise. I'm sorry for the timing. However, there's nothing I can do about the timing. This is what happened." So I dated, for my ex-husband, I dated a guy that cheated on me with another girl named Kristen.
I think
He
we
had a
talked about
type.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. And then I met Justin though, and neither one of us wanted anything serious. I actually met him at a bar, and I was like, "Are you single?" Because I'm not a hoe bag. I'm not gonna like get with somebody else's dude. And he was like, "Me?" I was like, "Yeah." Went home with him that night, and everybody was like, "You all did something, didn't you?" And I was like, "No, he wouldn't. He was a gentleman. I tried. He rubbed my feet all night. I tried. He didn't." So, I mean, after that, we met each other January 9th. I moved in March. We got engaged in June and married in October.
So you
2015.
really did not have that whole I'm gonna be oh my God, I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life type deal.
I don't know. After I had been cheated on and stuff, I kind of like was fine with it. Like I had my own place to live. I was happy with my
Independent.
kids.
I had my
Yeah.
independence. I had my good career at the time. I had my own house. I had my kids. You
Mhm.
know, the only thing I felt like I was missing out on was that significant other. And I don't know if in my mind I felt like maybe that's what you're supposed to have. Like I don't know. Like
I think we're all set up to. That's what we should have.
Yeah, we're conditioned that way.
And if you're gonna be quiet, you better let that mic
oh,
We're
yeah.
conditioned that way.
They got to hear you too.
Yeah, I think that
I'm not the quiet one.
sometimes. Sometimes cookies and carrots. No, but we are definitely getting that tattoo, by the way. I just want y'all to know that.
It's super
We
cute.
have to have the little carrot in the middle holding our hands out with us holding a pea on ours.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that when I met him, even he was like, I said I was never getting married again, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm 12 weeks pregnant when we get married, which she was planned. We knew we were getting married before I ever got pregnant. And then,
I don't think that's a thing anymore either. Like, I feel like way back when, if you got pregnant, it was like, oh,
You
you're
have
getting
to get married.
Yeah. But now I don't think that's really so
yeah,
much a
and I
thing.
mean, I it's so taboo, and I'm sorry, but I'd rather be divorced and happy raising my kids than in a horrible marriage.
Yeah.
So I think that that's kind of, and we're conditioned that certain marriages have to be a certain way. Things that I was just telling you all how I felt a man's supposed to be in a marriage, and because that's how I was raised. So I think that how we're raised is what we kind of go to. Like I watch my parents fight all the time. So, Justin's parents are divorced. I think that was what was normal to us.
hmm
And see, my parents were together. Like I never saw my parents fight. I think we've talked about this before. I didn't even know what bills was until
Yeah.
I had them on my own.
Yeah, you was very, very sheltered.
Yes, I was.
Lucky.
Yeah. I mean, I did not, I never saw them fight. They were married 40 plus years, when my dad passed. So, but I was also conditioned that once you get married, then that's it. Like you make it work
hmm
Mhm.
regardless. There is no divorce. Because like when me and my ex-husband got divorced, I was devastated because I was
the first
I'm
divorce
gonna
in my
get
family.
the scarlet letter put
Yeah.
on me,
But
So-
I was already the outcast.
2 times.
Yeah.
I was already the outcast anyway in my family because I had tattoos. Nobody else had tattoos. I was like the rebel child that
Black
went out
sheep.
and went through my addiction issue and like I was
You
the
were
black
so
sheep.
wild,
I was, and I'm still like I still have that in me because I'm one of those people that's fly off the seat of your pants. Like live your life. You don't just sit there and let opportunities pass you by. You
Mhm.
have to jump on it. And so I think that's something like it's hard, I think, for somebody that's married to me to understand that I just fly off the seat of my pants because I want to live
married
life.
to you. I think it's hard some that's not
be my
married
friend.
to you.
I'm not married to you,
But
Kristen.
it's funny though, like us as friends, like we talk about dating and stuff, but think about how hard it is to find true friends at an older age because I'm 35 and I had one
Facts.
friend, Jennifer, that I considered my friend.
Mhm.
And I knew I could go to her with anything. And then I met you all in like the weirdest circumstances, and it was just like, here we are. And so I met you because I was interested in history and the tunnels, and and that's how you and I connected. Because at first you thought I was loud and annoying, and now you still know I'm loud and annoying, but I'm a good person.
But I like you.
Yeah, and I thought you were a total bitch. I wasn't wrong,
But you like me.
but I mean, and if Drew wouldn't have had his accent, you and I would have never gotten close. I literally in the hotel one time I was like, I forgot my sleep clothes. I hope you don't mind if I sleep in my underwear.
We got close
We got
really
close.
fast.
Yes, but yeah.
So tell us, Abigail, what do you think? Like, because So how is it like in the single life world?
does it
Happy.
make it harder?
Happy?
It gets lonely. No, like I was telling you,
I told I'll be dick swinging.
as you're older, you have to accept people's baggage when in the dating scene. I've got my kids. I'm twice divorced. I can't expect somebody else not to have baggage. So it comes with other trials as opposed to when you're in your 20s and you're fresh and everything is new.
Yeah, there's no baggage.
I don't guess I have the expectations that I did in my 20s.
So that's like, because what were our expectations in our 20s?
Well, what
Well,
we
I'm
were
not very
taught.
far from my 20s, so let me tell you.
Well, we were taught, you're going to meet Prince Charming riding on a white
Yeah.
horse, and you're going to get married,
Disney.
and yeah,
Disney.
the
We were
the
taught
Disney
the
love.
Disney, yeah, the Disney thing.
But now I go into meeting people. Pretty much, I go into meeting people with the expectation of it's not going to work.
Well, and that's
But
but I think it's because we've been witnesses to your dating life, and it's like we live vicariously through you, and I'm just like, oh, that's a shitty person. oh, that's a shitty person. And then
They
I'm
really
like, I
do.
like him and I like him. Like, I hope it works out. And so I think that's what's funny for us as your friends, because like we see the guys from the outside.
That's another thing. I have to take you guys along with me.
Yeah,
Yes.
we see the guys.
It's a package deal.
It's a package deal.
You're not going nowhere without us. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, I think that's interesting because we don't get to live that way. You know, we're married, and I'm clearly not
I'm single.
in my 40s, but she's single. If anybody needs a number, just let us know.
You
Our
can
parrot
contact
is
us.
single. Our parrot is single.
My wing ladies.
Hey, we're pretty good wing ladies. I'll tell you what, I could pick you up some guys, but no, I think it's interesting. I think we could. I'm just saying. I pick
The
them up.
cops in Nashville. I'm just saying.
Oh my god. I'm telling you what, I thought she was really going to get herself arrested in Nashville. 'cause
I
that cop
tried.
was really
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, I'm stealing, sir. And I was like, oh my god. I go, get out of this Walmart. I am not bailing you out. She's like, you wouldn't have to bail me out if there's cute in there.
Here willingly.
Yeah. I was like, oh dear God. They're going to cuff her up front for a reason.
We
So,
have good times. We have good
Yeah,
times.
and I mean, I think that's what's interesting for me because, like, I'm like one of the people. Your eyes aren't broke. Even if you're in a serious relationship, you can like, don't touch, don't be disrespectful and stuff. But
So here's like a question for me because I mean, like in my 20s, in my mid 20s, and even into like my early 30s or whatever, I always went out. I can't remember where I met guys. Like, I mean, I went out to like bars and
Because we
stuff.
didn't have Facebook.
Yeah, there was no Facebook.
there's MySpace.
There was.
No, there wasn't
No,
MySpace.
not
Was there AOL?
I mean, that's like.
You had
But
to
there
pay
was
for it.
pictures
No,
and
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you could. And
I
didn't
did.
even
I did
do-
meet a good guy on a chat room. I did.
I did too. I met a trade engineer.
See, I didn't do
But I
the,
turned it
the
down.
chat rooms because I mean, clearly, I can't even turn on our freaking microphones.
I
I'm
got
not
you.
good technology.
Yeah, you all should see me trying to get everything
I
working
can't
without
do
Danny here.
it. I just sit here and I'm like, am I in?
But-
am I in screen, Kristen? And then that's it.
But you know, in our 20s too. Now that I'm in my 40s, I know that it's okay to be alone, and that makes it easier.
It is okay. And
Like you
now,
have to be happy with yourself.
Like I feel like if anything was to ever happen with me and my husband, and I don't think that anything is ever going to happen. Like we're together. That's just how it is. But if I were single now, I think I would be okay. I'll be like, it is
Mhm.
what it is. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've literally said, I would turn into a lesbian, and not to be with a woman, but just because I would want to live with a woman, we could pay half the bills, and we could just run around and do whatever we wanted to do, and everybody could think we were a lesbian. And
See, I don't
leave
think
us
I
alone.
even want to live with a woman. Like I don't.
I'm pretty complacent.
I'm
how I am,
perfectly
who I am,
content
so
with
yeah.
me and
I
my
love
kids.
you dearly, and I can spend all my time with you.
I
don't
could not
think-
live with you.
I was gonna say I don't
Mm-mm.
think I'm not OCD at all. I'm very messy and I'm very cluttered.
So you can live with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
She can,
So
she can
because
visit
I'm
sometimes.
OCD,
I'll come clean your
I feel like
house.
you would yell at me a lot. For being, like,
Maybe.
For no reason.
putting this stuff up.
Well, but that's the
I
thing.
would
though.
be the man in the relationship.
It would be like I was still with a man. No, I can't help that. I think we all have our flaws and flukes, and I think that's something too. Like, yes, I'm not in my 40s dating, but I think that's something else you have to look at. And like, instead of thinking of it like, is it their baggage or is their bonus?
Yeah.
Is it a bonus to my life or is it baggage? Because if it's baggage, I'm not hauling it with me.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where I'm like, dropping you off at the next stop. I'm
Yeah, I
not gonna add
didn't-
your baggage to me.
Didn't
No,
really mean baggage.
no, I know what you
Yeah.
meant, but that's how I look at it.
Like everybody
Yeah.
has something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody
it-
has
we're
their
bringing
baggage.
more to the relationship
gonna
than
be
just each
baggage.
other.
Yeah, it's going to be baggage no matter what when they first come around. You just have to decide if it's the baggage you want to carry, which would make it a bonus.
My brother-in-law told me one time that everybody has their shit. Everybody has their own shit.
Mhm.
It is the shit that you know that you can deal with.
Mhm.
Is that the one that you're gonna pick, or because you know what you can deal with and what you can't,
Mhm.
basically. So I always just kind of look at that like because everybody does. Like everybody has something now. Like you said, in our 20s, we were fresh. We didn't have.
Fresh and free.
Yeah, what did you fail a class in high school? Because that's
Right.
probably the only thing that you had.
Yeah.
You know.
See, I was married. I got married at 20.
Well, I mean, I got married as soon as I
Max
turned
has-
I mean, I
17.
got married at 18.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
But my ex-husband was 5 years older than me, so
but still at that, I feel like I don't know. Like even then, it was different than what it is now. Like I don't know that I could really do the dating thing right now. I don't.
I couldn't.
Is there really a scene?
Is there? Is
Not
there a
really.
thing?
I couldn't.
No?
And see, and it's hard to have like respect for other people because even being married, you have men that cross that line,
Mhm.
and that is what I. have
Me
a
and
problem with.
women cross that line too.
That is true. I'm just saying, as far as like me, my experience, like I think that would be what would make it so hard to date
Yeah.
because I would not want to go after a man that wanted to chase me while I'm married. Like, if you have respect for my marriage, I'm gonna have more respect for you.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter if my marriage is going through a rough patch or not; those papers are not signed. So have respect for that area in my life, and I think that would be what would be hard for me to date if I got divorced because nobody knows that line
Yeah.
anymore. Nobody has that respect.
Mhm.
So I think that would be what would be hard for me.
So I had somebody tell me one time that you should date somebody, or you should be with someone through all the seasons before you like seriously commit to them. Like you need to
Yeah, I
see
screwed
them
that up.
through all the seasons.
See, I commit very, very quickly.
I do too.
So that's not a thing.
I jump
just-
in head first.
I do. Yep. I care way too much. My heart's too big.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
But,
think
I
you're
mean,
a lot
I-
like that too, though,
I am
to an
to
extent.
an extent, yeah. Because I mean, when me and Jimmy got together, like neither one of us was. We was like, this is not going to be serious. We're not going. to This isn't going to lead anywhere. You know, we were very upfront. He said, "This is what I want." I said, "This is what I want." You know,
Yeah, that's
and
how we
now
were.
look at
too.
it. Here we are,
married.
Well, that's how we were, and like we moved super quick. But and everybody's like, "Your all's marriage won't last." Da, 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 da. And I was like, "I'm kind of an open book, so you get what you see." And like I told him before, I moved in with him. I was like, "Look, I have anger issues. Like I have anxiety. I have depression. I have this. This is how I am. This is who I am." And I laid it out on the table, and I think that is why our marriage has lasted for almost 10 years.
So Jimmy did that with me. He was like, he told me all about his past because he was like, if I'm not going to tell you, somebody's going to
Lay it
tell
out.
you, because I have a horrible past. And I was like, everybody has a past.
Well, you have to start honestly.
Yeah, and he's like, so okay, so what's with you? What's your past? What's your deal? What's your story? And I'm like, I have two things. I'm crazy and I don't cook. Those are the only two things that comes with me, And so one night we were laying in bed and he was like, "You weren't fucking kidding, were you?
You don't cook.
Yeah, you don't cook and you are crazy." I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I told you."
Yeah.
Well, but
Completely
You
upfront.
came with a warning.
But like, so you've had so many ups and downs dating wise, and I sit here and I watch that, and I'm like, is it worth that? Because even when my marriage has its downs, I still have that person. So, is it worth it to put your heart out there? Because I know that we've had conversations, and I won't get too deep into it with that, but like we've had conversations, and I'm just like, even when Justin and I have our disagreements or our downfalls and stuff, at least I still have that person to fall back on.
Yeah.
Like he's still there. Like if you have a disagreement with somebody, it's like you just cut ties. I mean, 'cause it's the dating world.
But you know what, too? You don't really cut ties with people. I've noticed
No,
that.
I don't
I'm gonna
cut
learn to forgive people
ties.
for Abigail because Abigail is very, very forgiving, and I'm
Yeah.
a forgiving person. But when I see people hurt people I love, I'm like,
Lies.
screw you.
She is not.
I mean,
forgiving.
Oh no,
it is.
I'm forgiving.
It
people
is
that
what
deserve
it is, kind of. And some people are just meant to be your friends.
Mhm.
And I mean, there's friends with benefits. There's
Those are the best kind.
I
Like I love your mentality looking at this. Like it's like you're just such a free.
I've
spirit.
done a lot of
Me,
living
I'm like,
and a lot of
"Oh,
learning.
like you went to the grocery store and you didn't tell me to offer me to bring some chips over or what? Like screw you, you're out. I'm done.
I have to say, I've been broken so much. My heart has been broken so much. I guess my heart is just duct tape back together sometimes. I got a wall built around it and I keep that wall around it. But it doesn't stop me from loving other people or caring for other people. And I go head first. I do. I go head first.
We
And
try
I
to
love
catch
too
you.
hard.
Like,
We try to catch
is
you.
it like you see a teddy bear and you're like, oh, or like a cute little puppy, like a stray puppy? I used to go head first with stray puppies all the time.
Oh, all the time.
Like, oh, I love you. You're so cute. I'm going to take you home. but they grow up and they're not so cute. after
No,
you get them
so-
home.
I can read people.
They grow up.
I-
They
I
don't
can
grow
read
up.
people-
They don't grow up though. That's the
No.
problem.
I can read people, and I've become such great friends with so many people. I'm just saying people. I can kind of get a vibe of if it's worth it or not.
Yeah.
And some of them I've gotten that vibe that it would be worth it, but they didn't feel the same way.
And you gotta wonder if they have.
And
that
I don't have no
reservation.
hard feelings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what's weird about you because when people would hurt
I'm a
me,
really fun girl.
she actually really is. That's
Again,
what's
you
crazy.
contact us back.
Yeah, but I think that's what's so unique about you though because you can have like that split second like fun time and then that person be like, look, I'm really not like into you the way I thought I was. I really want to be close to you as a friend, blah blah blah.
And I'm cool.
And yeah, you're cool with that. And it's like I'm almost not like that.
Yeah, and then they're like, wait, what happened to this person? I'm like, oh, they cool.
Yeah,
Oh, we're
I
still
mean,
friends.
and-
We're still
yeah,
friends.
And
We went
Amber and
out
I-
to dinner the other night, and me and the new guy, old guy. And
No.
and me and Amber are just like living vicariously through Abigail because we're like, what's
I'm
They're
going
like,
on?
like, wait,
what? Are
what?
you doing? Like,
Well,
I
it-
flashed tires, and you're like, let's go have a pizza.
I know we're like, let's go cut their tires, and Abigail's like, let's go have some fun.
How's your new girlfriend?
You want to burn down their house? Let's go.
No, I'm just.
I
We're
love
petty
you
bitches.
It is what it
next,
is.
And everybody involved, and I'm like,
Oh, I have. Listen, and I'm telling way too much on here.
It's
yeah,
fun
because
to
I
do.
have so much love still in my heart for people that, I mean, to you guys would hurt me. They hurt me, and I've spent time. You know, I disappear.
You shut down.
I shut down.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, life's short. Forget that. I'm getting back up, moving on. And
We don't let you shut down either anymore because Amber and I kind of drag you along because her being on here was.
I was trying to shut down.
She was trying
Yeah.
to leave, so we were like, I know.
Guess
that's not-
what?
They wouldn't let me.
No,
This is her now.
but well, and that's the thing too. Like, yeah, we are not as forgiving as you, I don't believe, because we watch them hurt you. But then it's nice to see you have a friendship evolve out of that.
Mhm.
So then it's kind of like I grow through you all because I always say I come to you all because you all do have so much more experience than I do in life and things like that. And I think it's so interesting watching you and how you guard yourself, but then you open up.
Mhm.
But then when bad things happen, you're like, okay, I'm gonna cry for a second, then I'm going on with life.
Because I get so happy. Kristen knows I get so happy.
Excited.
Yeah.
I get so excited, but then I'm trying not to go into things expecting too
See,
much
I
because
teeter between you two. That's why you're like my voice of reason. Like, you know.
And I'm the crazy.
Yes, absolutely. And I will go with both of them. Like, you know, Chris
That's
will
why
call
our
me and
friendship is
she's
so
like,
perfect.
I'm ready to go with the baseball bat. We're going to go bust some shit up. I'm like, I'm right there with you. And Abigail's like, let's not do that.
We will go
Let's
to jail.
just calm down a minute and think things through. And
Let's
I'm
just
like,
get food.
Yes, that's probably a good idea too.
Yeah, I'm the feisty one of the bunch. But I think, like, if I ever got divorced, my God, can you imagine the guys I would drag along?
No.
I don't attract the
I'll
best
I'll never
guys.
get married again.
No.
You don't
No.
think you will ever?
I don't believe it's necessary. In my long 44 years of life, I don't think it's necessary. You know, we're taught that marriage, as in
But would
go
you
to the
want
courthouse and
rights,
get a.
though? Like, what if your partner?
Oh, I'm not against being committed.
I'm saying like, so if that person passes away and they don't have a will, then their kid or whoever's their next of kin, and then you're left in the dark if they didn't like you.
I've done it by myself this whole time.
No, I'm just saying with that, not money wise or anything like that, but like saying your final goodbyes and stuff with that, not like I would want my person to have a will at least so that I could, say my goodbyes. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like, okay, so if you're not married,
Yeah.
you're not the next of kin if something happens to that
Right.
person.
Mhm.
So would you at least have like a power of attorney? Like if something happens to you and you go to the hospital where they make the call the shots.
Yeah,
Would you want
that
something like that.
that would
least?
be a different situation. Like
Oh,
not
she
married.
could call the shots and not
Yes,
the
I'm
kids call the
saying,
shots.
yeah,
I see. Now what you're
I'm
saying.
saying like if you were to get married,
I would respect whoever said person. I would respect their wishes in that kind
Yeah.
of situation.
But
And
you
that's a
legally have to have a
conversation you would
paper.
have anyway with somebody you love.
oh, of course. But wasn't saying legally.
I was
You had
like,
to have paperwork.
Well, you can be
You've got my man dying already.
Yeah.
I haven't found him yet.
Stop
No,
killing them
but
off.
I think ahead like that because I have watched somebody that I really care about not be able to be a part of somebody's funeral because although they were together for a long time and engaged, the family didn't like them.
But
And
you know
kicked her to
what?
the side.
I have
But I'm a
heard
very
story.
lovable person.
You are.
Who would not like
I would
me?
definitely not be, so I would have to have some kind of rights.
I had seen though, I had a friend whose mother was married to her stepfather. And when the stepfather died, the kids stepped in and took like her house,
Mhm.
took
Mhm.
everything
Yeah.
from her. But they were married.
Well, see, that's where I'm
And that would be
100%.
the will, though. The will wrote it out to the kids. So it don't
There was
matter.
no will. That's how that happened.
Justin said at the end, y'all will have to name off Abigail's interest, hobbies, and what she's looking for, and how to contact her. LOL. And learn how to spell Abigail's name
Yeah.
because that would be
Spell it
nice,
correctly.
Justin. Yeah, I wonder how that happened because
I don't remember the whole story.
yeah,
But I do remember like she was having a really so I feel like I don't even know what I feel like. I just know that it happened and the mother ended up having to leave the house because the children came in
and what's dating like to
Shit.
you all as far as like an older age? Because I know a lot of people that are watching are single and stuff, and y'all are older. I mean, what
it fun?
what
Do
is
you
the
wanna
dating
date?
like? I mean,
like where do you meet people? So that's what we were going to talk about a while ago. Like
Long Branch. I'm just kidding.
Long Branch. Come to the Long Branch.
I'm a social butterfly.
You
I
really
like
are.
I like people. I love people. I love
So do you,
talking to
like,
people. So at
walk
my
in-
job,
in
you
the
know,
grocery store, do you see a guy and you're like, hey, you're kind of cute. And just
Walmart.
follow him down the aisle. So that's a true thing, yeah.
yeah, I can do that.
he spelled your name right.
Oh, good.
And he said
Fix it.
Abigail and LOL. Yeah,
I had faith in you, Justin.
well, because we all do not look approachable when we're just like walking around and doing nothing, and just because I've noticed that there is a picture of us three, and I'll have to find it because I'm going to send it to you all. And I'm like, we all have RBF so badly. Like,
I think ours is probably worse than Abigail's because I've
Yeah.
seen pictures where we're all, and Abigail's just kind of like always happy go lucky. She's
mhm.
just kind of like,
So do you
me
try
personally,
to? Amanda Osborne put, haha, her gifts always had her name spelled wrong when we were kids.
That's my twin sister. I am a twin.
oh,
yeah, that's
the
another thing.
plot thickens.
Danny said, just saying, hey, ladies. Hi, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Yeah, because I kind of wonder, like,
What are we wondering? I lost
what, like,
train of
okay,
thought.
so
Squirrel.
we're saying, like, her point of view, but I kind of wonder, like, how other people feel about the dating world, too, because you are pretty approachable, even, like, because, so the way you and I met
Backwards
was
people.
literally, yeah, the way you and I met literally was through a message going to Nashville, and I was like, I have to drive, I get car sick, and you were like, can I ride with you?
hmm
And that's literally, we got in a car for 2 hours together, didn't know each other, never
Didn't know each
spoke.
other.
I mean,
And
I'd,
so,
I'd
no, a
seen
lot
you
of people-
before.
Yeah,
I
we've seen
think-
each other, but we never spoke.
I think a lot of people, and correct me guys if I'm wrong, or like, I mean, I know a lot of, we have a lot of like our age people that follow us
Mhm.
and listen to us, you know, but Tinder or like dating apps.
No, not Tinder.
Dating
I
apps in
got on
general.
a dating app
Or
after my
dating
divorce,
sites.
and that was like the biggest mistake I ever made because people so like
It's a meat market.
yeah, and like
Sorry.
at the time, yeah, of course, I just kind of wanted one thing. I just did not want a relationship. I was just getting out of my marriage, and I wanted to have fun. And the shitty part is that you have to be careful because that person
They're
could be
psycho.
married,
They are
yeah,
psycho.
married, crazy. Then you get the crazy wife that she didn't know, neither did you, and I don't want to get into that crap. Like,
Yeah.
and I did, and I was like, ooh, screw it. Nope, sorry, that date nights are not for me.
No date naps.
Trish said, hello, ladies.
Have you
Hi,
done a
fish.
dating app?
Oh
Yeah,
Then we're
plenty of
now-
fish.
yeah. No, not plenty of fish.
Oh yeah,
No,
There's so
no.
many like
there
that.
is.
You know, it cracks me up because, and it's so true because when we were growing up, like in our age frame, we were told you don't get in cars with strangers, you don't talk to strangers, you don't meet people online,
And now you got to meet people, meet strangers.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
literally call to come and get you because there's Ubers now and there's I mean that's the way that you get online and meet people.
Amanda said, let me know when y'all need fun stuff to ask Abby.
Oh, go ahead.
Please go ahead. We
In the
would love to know.
comments. Drop 'em.
But yeah, and I just
This
shoot
will be
her,
your
by the
this
way.
will be your most viewed episode.
We're trying to hook Abigail up with a man. I mean, she is talking to a good man.
Oh,
I'm just
my,
saying.
my thing just died. Keep talking, girls. I
Oh,
gotta hunt
gosh,
batteries.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so.
Welcome back to Abigail and Kristen.
Da-da-da-da.
The Abigail
Um,
and Kristen show.
Hey, weren't they at your feet? So Long Ridge almost
Oh, yeah,
flooded
we
at the beginning of the week. That's why we didn't have Mixer Monday or Taster Tuesday. And then we had to move everything around and tarp everything. And so it's been a disaster in here.
Do I need to
It was
move?
at the bottom
'Cause
of
I
your
can't.
feet.
That has nothing to do with dating.
No, but I'm just letting them know, like, that's why you're taking a minute to find your batteries and stuff. No,
Oh.
don't have nothing to do with Jake. Justin said
This could be
he responded
interesting.
to Amanda and he said, this could be interesting. LOL. Does your sister go by Amanda?
Amanda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I've met her once, but anybody knows me, I'm bad with names, horrible with names. She said, ha ha.
She's older by a minute.
She actually said, ha 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 ha.
Bring it, Amanda. Bet you won't.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting on like Justin too. What was dating like for men? We would love to know because that sucks, dude.
You know
What,
what?
man?
I think you have mine and I have yours. Open it.
I don't have yours. I changed my batteries.
I changed mine too. I changed mine before you changed yours.
That's why I'm saying you don't have mine.
Meanwhile.
Oh.
Oh man.
Anyway.
If it doesn't go wrong, it ain't right on this one. Which I mean,
Pop them out. I'll hold your mic.
That-
We will share.
This is going in a whole different direction. Pop them out.
ask Abby how dating was having a twin.
Oh, that would be fun.
Did you have to change your hair color to make sure that the guy knew?
Are you identical?
Yeah, we're identical.
Oh yeah, you've
Yeah.
never seen them standing beside each other.
So tell us, did you all
She
like,
got all the guys.
did you like swap out?
Okay, so okay.
Good job.
Okay, Amanda, my first husband dated her first.
Right.
Oh.
Was that a like family rival thing?
No,
Okay, good.
she hooked us up after they broke up.
She's like, he's not my speed, but he is yours.
Yeah, he was a little. He was a
Hey,
little
you know what? That actually happened with
Hold on,
my
hold on.
sister too.
Why are you laughing so hard? He was what?
He's a little slow. No, I love him. I'm sorry.
I don't believe you at this point.
I'm so sorry.
Amanda said not.
What do you mean
I'm
not?
not sure when she said that. So we're on a delay.
Not what,
So, yeah.
Amanda? Not what?
No, that's hilarious because I'm sitting here like, what would it be like dating with a twin? Like, if you got tired of a dude, could you just like, if one of you was like a bigger bitch? Just
No. So we're total opposites. You know, people think that now we're going to talk
Wait a
about
second,
now we're
exactly
talking
what
about
happened.
twins. We're total opposites when it comes to obviously
Your
not back then.
taste.
Our
Mhm.
taste,
Yeah.
our likes, our hobbies, all of that. We're total opposites. We weren't just alike. You know, everybody's always like, "Ooh, a twin," you know, weirdos. But no, so I don't her and him weren't gonna mesh.
Amanda said, you said I got all the guys, LOL, but one particular incident.
Oh.
Dun,
that's
dun,
what-
dun,
That's what
dun.
she said the not to. But the one that she traded off onto you.
You said bring it.
So
She
here
said
is,
major
like-
opposites since birth.
Mhm.
So, but here is like, was there somebody that maybe because of being a twin and you all are identical, right?
Mhm.
So, was there somebody that maybe you were interested in that was interested in her, but she didn't like? So, like, you
Y'all
kind
swap?
of like pretended to be her, or
No.
vice versa.
Y'all never pretended
Nope.
to be each other?
Mm-mm. No.
See, that would be so much fun if I had a twin. I would have so much fun. And let me tell you all this because the true
We didn't do
story-
that, did we, Amanda?
True story. My dad was when my dad was in Vietnam, so he was writing my mother. Cause then back then, you wrote letters, you know, to each other or whatever. So
That's
he
so
was over at
sweet.
Nam, and every woman then had their own stationery. So my mom was writing him. Well, there was another woman that was also writing him, and my mom and this other woman found out about each other.
Mhm.
So they swapped stationery and wrote my dad with the other one's stationery to tell him
Oh my gosh.
that they found out about each other. So he's over in Nam, Vietnam.
That would make a
fighting.
great movie.
And so these women over here, they find out about each other. So they swap stationaries and they, send my dad a letter or whatever. So my dad's only response was, I guess I'm going to marry. This is what he told like whoever's above him.
Hmm.
I guess I'm going to marry the one who sticks with me when I get home.
And he did.
And it was my mom.
So Amanda said ex-husband expected her to be on the couch.
Oh yes. Okay. This is
And
a great
she said
stuff.
she's 4 inches taller than you.
She is. Yeah. So
Before you go on your story, Justin also put, I think men experiences are all over the place. I never felt like I had any issues with women. Heck, they took me home just as my wife, LOL.
We didn't talk about that. You're
And
behind
Amanda
time.
said we never pulled tricks, but we would could be a reality show for real.
yeah. So
Oh,
let me
so
tell you this
fun.
story. So it was snowing, and my ex-husband, the one that dated her first or whatever, he worked in Louisville, and we lived in Buffalo. And so on his way home, he stopped at our house because he lived in Green County. So he stopped and stayed at our house, and Mom's like, "Yeah, he can stay on the couch."
So wait, was he dating her?
Me.
He dated you this time.
He was
Okay.
dating me at the time.
Okay.
So said he could stay on the couch, and so we're asleep. We got to get up and go to school the next because we were in high school. So I don't remember. No. Amanda was on the other couch or something. Is she answering?
No, this is
Okay. So I think she ended up on the couch or however it was. That morning he gets up to go to work and he kisses her goodbye
Because he thought it was you.
because he thought it was me.
See, that sounds like that. Like,
Yeah,
That
we
was-
didn't try.
yeah.
So Justin said Drew's listening, chiming in, and getting a kick out of this. Amanda, he remembers when he was 16.
Amanda and Drew dated.
Then Tom Hale said, "You all are funny." Amanda said, "Tell Drew thanks for the CD. He still got it." And then she said, "Me and her ex didn't date."
Oh, so they did date.
Okay, they were. You kissed him.
Then you'd have done.
They were
Dang.
boyfriend girlfriend.
She said I was asleep on the couch.
Yeah. Oh, she was asleep on the couch. Yeah, they were boyfriend girlfriend
So are we talking third grade Abigail? Like,
in
what
high
are we
school,
talking-
like
Are we having
14.
cookies at lunch or what?
14.
Did they share their
14.
milk cartons together?
14.
She said, "No, we didn't date. Me and Drew."
Oh, her and Drew.
Sure, they did.
I can't keep
He
up.
gave her a Pearl Jam CD.
That's what CD
Does
said.
that
I have a
matter?
picture of them on the
so here's
couch.
a fun question. So
She said-
at this age, because back
I said
then,
bring it. So
Like
Oh,
when we were
gosh.
younger, you kind of had to specify. Yes, we're dating now. Like we're exclusive.
Yeah.
You know.
and now
you
we're in
had-
situationships.
So is that it? Like you don't have those conversations anymore, or
Who, me, myself, or people in
just
general?
people in general?
I guess
dating
people
in the
might.
dating scene.
Uh,
Like, do you have those conversations? As you're just kinda
Whatever
like,
will be, will be.
I like you. I'm gonna pick you, and you're gonna be mine now.
I mean, I say I like you.
Yeah.
So,
and-
Tommy House to Amanda, he said, "You're gonna have to go on there and defend yourself now." And then Amanda said, "I kissed him only because I wrecked his car." And Justin
She
said, "I'm
did.
glad I got it in boots." So I think he's saying shit got
Oh,
deep.
you just got me.
He got a little deep.
Amanda, I love you, and it's all in fun.
Oh, and she said her ex-husband. That's the one she kissed when she wrecked the car.
My ex-husband. It's my
Her
ex-husband.
ex-husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's who kissed her on the couch by accident.
Yes.
Oh,
She
yeah, it
kissed
was an
him when
accident.
she wrecked his car. And then she realized, I guess,
As
after she
her?
wrecked his car, yes, as
or
her,
you.
that they weren't going to work. And she's like, hey, but my sister's single. And then the rest is history. And we have a daughter. So,
Sounds like she got a kid out of it.
yeah.
I'm sitting here like, oh my god, what would I do if I had a twin?
What did this turn into?
You're the one that told her to bring
Instead of
it.
dating over 40, it turned into dating as a twin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, but I think that
We
that
have
would
all
be,
sides covered. on
That-
this episode.
that would be like one of those things though that would be interesting though as a twin.
No, it's
Amanda
all
put, "No, it's all funny." And I hooked her and him up after I got away with him wrecking the car.
I would
Yeah.
love to have a twin. Like, I think that it would be so much fun to have an identical twin. Like, what the heck are these what are they called?
Fraternal.
Yeah.
Have you seen the cute?
Like, that would
they're
not be
all over
fun to
Facebook. They're
have.
twins though, and one of one's black and one's white because their parents are black
Uh-huh.
and white. So one of the twins is black and the other one's white.
But I
They're
think
so
it would
cute.
be that it's cute. Yes.
But what
me
you
as
would
a
I,
twin,
I
would
don't
be
know
like
what
an
it's like to
identical.
not be a twin, so I can't really.
I would want to be an identical twin because I mean that's just a waste of twinhood if you're not an identical
Imagine
twin,
though the
right?
terror you would reign. Tommy Housefit.
This is why I love this.
Tommy Housefit. I can remember these two girls when they were was little girls.
Yep.
Oh, you and your sister.
hmm Tommy's our family.
Okay, but you say you all were opposite. So like, was you the wild one and she was the good one, or was you all
Growing up,
Mhm.
no, I was the good one.
Really?
You sound so surprised.
I am.
I was I
Well, you
was
do
a
keep
goody
us out of
goody.
trouble, but
I
still.
was a you know, I was the stick in the mud.
Really?
Oh yeah.
See, you're
Okay.
fun. Oh,
True.
Amanda put true, but as a child, everyone expects you to be identical in
Yes.
everything.
Yeah. We
Oh,
So,
dressing alike.
she would-
And she
And-
said easy now.
opening presents and stuff at Christmas, for instance, we did it one at a time.
Yeah.
And so whenever the oldest to youngest went, she would open her presents. Well, I knew what I'm getting
Because
because
y'all got the same things.
everybody got us the same things. Everybody
Oh, no, that was
expected us,
bad.
yeah,
Well, but I was
expected
getting
us
ready
to
to
like
say,
the
though,
same things.
Oh,
But I was getting ready to say though, you would think they would get you opposite things if you are so opposite but identical. You would think you all would get the things that kind of match your personality.
No, they
Did
just
they
didn't.
dress you alike too?
They
Okay,
look
my
at you
niece
as
has
one
identical twins right now, and I
person.
swear it's so cute when they're just like, I'll have to show you all a video of them.
I mean, I think it's cute when we dress alike, so I can
Ask
imagine.
her
being a
about the
twin.
haircut. So
Amanda said, ask her about the
this
haircut.
goes along the line of dating, only in like 6th grade. Amanda told me that boys would like me if I cut
Oh,
my
you
hair
told me
all
this.
off.
You told me this.
So what did I do?
You cut your hair off.
Cut my hair all
and
off.
she said, Amanda said hers were pink and mine were blue.
Yeah, everything of mine
So
was
she
pink.
told you if you cut your, that was not nice.
So did you like do a bow cut or what?
Oh.
A chili bow?
No,
Yeah, like you
no,
know, you could
like a
follow-
pixie.
My mother cut my hair
Like
off
a boy
because
cut.
lights was going around, so that was fun.
like a boy cut.
Mhm,
Mm.
it was short,
Oh, I cut my bangs one time and they were very
and I believed
I did
everything.
that.
She also beat me with a baseball bat, hung me on the clothesline, and beat me with a baseball bat. But I took
like
it.
a pinata.
I took it like a champ. Yep, I'm a pinata.
Amanda said, I
Life's a
wanted to
party,
use
and I'm a
her as
pinata.
guinea pig.
Yeah, that's what I was to her.
For
But I
guinea pig.
trusted everything she said, and look where it got me.
So
Oh man.
you were the naive one then.
Yes, very
But
naive.
husband.
It took a long time
But
to
see,
get out of
that's
that.
what I think you dating. and
Yes,
stuff-
after Hook came out, I like Julia Roberts' hair.
Oh,
And a hook, yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Like
Like
the little
Tinkerbell,
pixie cut.
Tinkerbell,
The pixie
yeah.
cut.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking
It
about
didn't
cutting my
work
hair
for me.
short.
I'll never do it again.
I cannot ever have
See,
short hair.
I had all
I look like a
I
bush
used
hog
to have
sometimes.
The
Amanda
whole
said the
yard is in
whole
front of
yard
you to
was
run.
about a beauty run.
She's right.
So you could have ran, you just sat still.
Yeah.
No, I've been I had actually talked to somebody about stacking mine in the back and having it long in the front. So I used to do that and my hair is just breaking like crazy right now. So I think those are cute. But
Mhm.
there's a way to do a female cut that's cute. I don't know if Tommy and Sister Lisa's still watching, but I love her hair.
Oh,
And
her
she
hair is
has
super
short
cute.
hair, and it's
She
adorable on
reminds
her.
me of like a Tinkerbell.
Yes. And I even had
Lisa,
talked to her
she
'cause
does. Like,
she cuts
reminds
hair.
me of- You're like,
She cuts hair, and I even talked to her about cutting my hair short. I'm sorry if I keep you. I'm like, my
You're
legs
fine.
are going up. But I had even talked to her because I was like, I want somebody that has short hair to cut my hair because people
I
with long
could not
hair.
ever have.
Well,
short hair.
when you tell them you want stack in the back, they'll like shave some of it. I'm like, no, I don't want shaved. I want it like short so it can grow back healthy again. And but I think that that's neat. And we were talking about your hair last night and how you had so many different colors of hair. I didn't even know her hair wasn't red.
Why are you telling everybody that?
No. Well, they can see your roots. I mean, geez, mine don't have red in it. You can see my roots. I'm just-
I am not a natural redhead.
I'm
but I
a
like
natural
honey.
blonde.
Well, that's obvious. Oh my gosh. Amanda said, Abby, you look fine with hair short.
Don't say. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I'm not trying to impress anybody now.
Well, and that's the thing. Like when you're dating, though, do you try? Like, what
Not
do you-
anymore.
But what do you do like
At
when you
this
go on
age,
dates?
I
don't
wear
know.
my Versace perfume.
Ooh, but it smells good.
Mhm.
I don't
I
think
do.
that
I-
at this
oh, no, I'm
age,
not
like
gonna-
even
I was gonna say I do you.
even at being
Amber just keeps
married,
going.
yeah,
Yeah, she knows better.
because I'm like whatever.
It smells
I
good.
know she's selling.
Put her boobies in my face.
But like nowadays, I don't know, like prior, younger me, I would see like a nice looking guy and I'd be like, oh, he's nice looking. And now I'm just like,
I strike up friendships.
I don't even want that. I don't even want that.
Justin said, "Holy crap, your life has been a lie in my eyes. I thought you were naturally red."
Shut up, Justin.
So
I thought you
you're-
were naturally tall. I love you though.
That's a lot. This went sideways way fast.
She said, "Kristen, you took my line too."
What?
What? Kristen, you took my line to you.
What line?
Oh, I do you? I bet that's what he's talking
Line
about because I said I do you.
Oh.
Because he always says that to me. He said, "Ouch."
I love you, Justin.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like that was lovely.
I'm no. Well, and I'm so short that I guess I don't just
Oh,
pay
and
attention.
so here, lovely. Let's talk about that for a minute.
I don't know what that means.
You never had, like, when a boy would like pull your hair and stuff a little, or like kick your shin.
Oh, they're
you're
being
talking
mean
about-
to
You're
you.
talking about
Big
how they flirt.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Abigail's like, "Kick me
I
hard,
do
pull my hair."
not.
Abigail said, "Kick me harder,
Yeah.
pull my hair,
Kick my shins. I'll go home with you.
take me out, baby." And Amanda said, "I
Bye
always had
bye. We'll get married tomorrow.
Amanda said, "I always had a friend when other kids would home alone." Justin said, "I do you, just saying." And then he said, Drew said he's going to start telling everything he remembers.
Not online.
No. That's
Not
why you're not
online.
allowed to go live yet, Drew. Because I know better. Can you imagine what he pop off with? I just keep
Yeah, he makes stuff up.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
So, anyway,
Dayton.
back on
Dayton.
subject.
Dayton, got you.
Love licks. Okay.
Lovely.
Like when
What
boys
was it
would be
called?
mean to
But it was
you.
called something else
That
too.
was lovely.
It was called something else different.
I didn't never call
Uh,
it.
It was called mental abuse.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Physical abuse.
Or you're talking about like when your parents would say, "Oh, he's being mean to you because he likes you."
Yeah.
Yes.
That's his way of flirting.
It's not
Who
okay.
taught boys that? That's not a thing, is it? That's
I don't
just
think
our
boy- I
parents
don't think-
keeping us from beating up the boys that was pulling our
I don't
hair,
think
wasn't it?
boys were taught that. I think us girls were taught to take that.
as
Ooh,
as
true.
lovely.
Yeah,
Oh,
Because
that's
we were always
cute.
said
Yeah.
that that's because they like you.
Yeah.
Hunter
because
always
then you get
boyfriend-
abused and you think it's because
Yeah.
they love me.
Well,
That's not okay.
Ari's
That's
little
not
boyfriend, they're almost 15, and he'll like pick on her a lot and stuff. And I'm just like, he's just flirting with you, but like he's a little country boy that like
But he's not hurting her.
See, I
No.
never
Yeah.
had that issue with my
she
daughter.
did accidentally smack him
because
once though.
My
playing around.
daughter was like evil when it came to stuff like that. Because there was a boy one time that was in
My daughter
one
beats
of
up the
her
boys.
classes. Yeah, that was my kid.
Yeah.
Like in one of her classes, there was a boy that kept pulling the other girl's hair. I think he stuck gum in one of their hair. I mean, my daughter has a lot of hair. Her hair is very, very thick.
hmm
So the teacher moved the girl. The girl had to like cut the gum out of her hair and
Oh,
everything.
gosh.
So the teacher moved the class around, whatever. My daughter ended up in front or around this boy in the vicinity of him. So she tells him, she was like, listen, don't touch me. The first time you touch me, I'm going to knock you out.
hmm
So she sits down, he pulls her hair, she turns around and she knocks him out. And
Sure.
yeah,
She
that's what
gave him a heads up.
he was like, she hit me. And she was like, I told you, don't touch me.
Mhm.
Like, you pulled my hair, you got knocked out.
Mhm.
You're not going to stick gum in my hair for me to cut it out. I'm not going to tell you time and time again. And that's how, I raised my daughter to be.
No, my daughter knows she better be. If a boy puts his hands on you, beat the hell out of him.
Yeah.
And you make it an even fight. I don't care if you got to grab a baseball bat. It's going to be an even fight. You got a big boyfriend. I mean,
I didn't have to teach my daughter. She came out swinging.
well, that's how my daughter is too. But I didn't want her to think that like it was okay.
Yeah.
Like he'll take her phone and like do goofy stuff and just play around like little.
Teasing and wrestling's different. I
but
feel like.
'cause
But
She literally accidentally smacked me one time. And I was like, Aubrey, that better not have been on purpose. Like, we don't do that. And she goes, Mom, I swear it was an accident. Because he goes, she hit me. And I was like, what? And I was like, so what did you do to her first?
see, that
She
was
know that
always.
she's
I
really
feel
sweet.
like.
Mhm.
But they were playing and she accidentally connected. I was like, oh,
Hmm?
whoops. But at least they were playing. Like, he'll pick her up, flip her upside down, throw her over his shoulder. Like, he's a big country boy.
Wrestling. That's
And
wrestling.
yeah,
right?
and so she
And
was
there is a
wrestling
difference.
back.
Wrestling's fun.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Not that kind of wrestling, you
Oh.
know.
Back to the 40s and dating scene. Maybe Abigail is not the right one to have. on
No,
this.
no. She started it.
I did not. It's always me. Y'all should know better.
So, do you feel like, 'cause clearly you've got to feel like from your 20s, even in your 30s, to now in your 40s,
I'm gonna die alone.
there's difference. There's a difference.
Oh, absolutely a difference. Well, most of my 30s, I was in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, so most of my 20s, I was in a relationship, but younger, like I said, being free and fresh, and the whole world is
At your fingertips.
at
you
your
feel it.
fingertips, and now it's like getting closer to the grave. You know,
1 foot in, 1 foot
one,
out.
yeah, 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Banana feeling.
But I also I don't think it's necessary to have to run and look for a husband. You know, I take care of myself. I take care of my girls.
And you do a
um,
damn good job of it.
Yeah.
I try. But
I just wanted that to be known.
I do love that companionship. You know, I don't have anything against commitment. I don't think that marriage, you know, going down and getting the paper anyway, you know, I think that you can be married and not legally married. That's my opinion.
Well,
You can
it's
be
got a name.
committed.
But there is, you
But-
actually can be legally married in Kentucky. What is it, after 7 years?
Yeah,
Something?
Yeah, but I mean, you can make
What's
that
marriage
vow.
called, Dustin?
You can make that vow.
I don't think we have it in
Common law.
Kentucky.
Common law.
I don't think
Yeah.
we have it in
Common
Kentucky.
law, yes, Kentucky has common
Do
law.
they?
I don't
think we
you
did.
I think you can make, because the whole point biblically, you know, you're making a vow before God and everybody to be committed to one another.
But at this point, I mean, you've already made a vow, and
To yourself.
yeah, but I mean, before, because you were married, I was married
Mhm.
before. See, and that's where I looked at it as when with my, because I was married. I've been married twice.
Yeah.
3 times. With Jimmy's my last one, my very last one. Like, there will be no more. We will die together.
That's sweet.
No, I'll kill
but-
him or we'll
So
go
sweet.
together.
Yeah.
But it's a
This
good
is
afternoon, ladies. How about that?
But now I don't even know where I was going with that.
You were talking about your marriages and taking a vow and
Oh yeah,
How in the hell did I
But you
remember
know-
you wasn't even listening. I don't feel
Yes,
like.
I was.
my first marriage, I was so young,
Mhm.
and we were both young, and I still have love for him. You know, we have a daughter together. We chose different paths. That's fine.
So they say, and I think this is true, because they say that you always have like 3 loves in your life.
Including yourself.
No, like for somebody else. Like it's your first love, like your high school,
Mhm.
your first real love.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I got that one.
And then that one is kind of.
Well, don't you remember on that?
I've
episode
had
when I
2. I ain't got the 3.
But when I said that, my ex-husband was my soulmate.
Yeah.
But then I was like, that doesn't take away from my marriage now because
Yeah.
that I do believe that.
That
I do
is-
believe you have
yeah,
the
you
capacity
have-
Oh,
to love others.
who I believe was my soulmate. We won't ever be together. You
Yeah.
know.
Well,
And that's not
But
a
I'm
topic
saying,
to be
no,
discussed.
Like
but-
there's 3. They consider you to have 3. Look, like your first one is the one that
Mhm.
basically teaches you what love is.
Oh, well,
and it's
scratch
not
that.
going to be a forever love. Now, some
Mhm.
people do find their forever love in their first love.
Yeah.
I don't. For me, that wasn't the case. But he did teach me a lot about love and relationships.
Hmm.
Your second one is kind of like, because you are a little bit stronger coming out of that first one, but then you meet the one that is more. I don't want to say narcissistic. Maybe that's not.
You find the one that helps you grow more as a person and love yourself more because
because of how
are.
they act. Yes,
Mhm.
but that's
Okay.
that's your love, and then you find your final love or your last love or maybe the love that you're supposed to have.
And
in
it could
life.
be yourself.
It could
Uh,
be.
It doesn't
could
have to be somebody else. Like I really want to stress
And
the
you
fact.
talk about soulmates. I strongly believe. I mean, I know Jimmy's my soulmate, but I also strongly believe that a soulmate can be your friend.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
it doesn't have to be.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I had sent you all something the other day that I was like, I don't know what I would do without you two. Like I would be so lost in this world because
You send us
Uh,
something like that every day.
yeah, well, it's because I want y'all to know I'm thankful for you. But I believe in that too, and it's funny because this might scare Justin. It shouldn't. I didn't have nothing to do with it, but like, so my
Get scared.
first love from high school, he died in a wreck with a garbage truck, and then my
So
husband
you're
died.
kind of like the Black Widow, is what you're saying.
That would be bad.
Justin, I want to go ahead and apologize for the mean thing that I said to you earlier.
So I'm sitting here thinking about that, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I should not fall in love or be in love because I seem to bring bad luck.
Well, and I want
Black
to, you know,
Widow.
back to older dating.
Oh, I'm
um,
sorry, I'm too young.
No, no, I do want to stress the fact, you know, I've got friends who, and we watch it all the time, who they just feel like they have to be with somebody all the time, and you don't.
Mm-mm.
You have to make yourself happy. You have to learn to love
I've
yourself.
seen friends of mine go through that they spend so
And keep
much
getting hurt.
energy into trying to force something that
That's not there.
it's just not there.
Mhm.
It's not there. It's not ever going to be there. And I mean, I have been there myself where I've tried to force a
Mhm.
relationship, you know, and I thought, oh, if I could just do this or if I could just do that or, you know, whatever. You just can't force it. You can't.
Yeah.
And
Well, and
You're
that's
right.
like,
You've got to start with yourself. You got to love yourself first.
yeah, and how Kristen gets so upset, and um how I'm just like, nah, it is what it is, and no, yeah, it is what it
So,
is.
That's
I'll still, and I
You're
always
still
let them
the
know I'm
voice.
still there. I'm still
Uh,
gonna be
So
there.
Justin said my first marriage wasn't any love. We divorced over religious reasons though because his parents forced him to marry her because she was pregnant and they were like 17.
so
18.
that's what we were talking about. Well,
And then
that
he
is
said,
a thing.
to say something nice in his eulogy.
Oh, well, can you're not really that. Short.
Justin was a little taller than we expected.
See,
We'll get you a really long casket and scoot your head all the way up to.
And at least he looks tall when he's standing next to me, y'all. Okay.
and me. I mean, really,
I love
Abigail,
Justin.
too, honestly.
Justin's great.
So
I'm
yeah,
not
I
buying
Short
any
and all.
platforms, I swear.
I think that I don't think that I envy you, but I don't envy you. You know,
Yes.
because
Yeah, please don't envy me.
I am happy in where I'm at in my life. I don't think that I could ever. I don't want to be single again. You know,
Mm-mm.
I don't want to be back on the dating aspect of the world because being in a bar owner and seeing, you know, it's just crazy to me.
And I don't think I could ever meet somebody, you know, I don't know.
Well,
maybe in a I don't know, maybe a different atmosphere. I don't know because yes, we're a bar, but at the same sense, I mean, we're a bar, but I don't really consider us, you know,
It's
that
a, it's a
type of
social
bar.
gathering.
This isn't a meat market.
This is not a
Yeah.
meat market.
It's
No, this is
not.
a group of friends that become
Where
family.
Justin said that they got divorced over religious reasons, he said I was Baptist and she was a bitch.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I mean, that happens sometimes. I
Yeah,
guess.
I know.
I
And
guess.
then he said, "Thank you, Abigail."
But
Because you said he
I
was solid.
really don't
You're
think,
welcome.
like, I would not
From me to you.
suggest you
Your
to
nose
go
is
to Phoenix Hill and bring home guys.
I love
We were at
Phoenix
We were
Hill.
at Baxter's.
Well, okay, so whatever.
I was
No,
Go
so-
to a club, bring somebody home.
Yeah, so in my
Come to a
20s,
bar, bring somebody home.
when I went to the clubs, you didn't go to the club expecting to find Mr. Right at the club.
You just went to have fun.
Yeah. And I mean, I still go out to have fun. And if I meet somebody, I meet somebody, whatever. I mean,
So what's the advice that you would
Almost said
give
too
in
much.
closing? In closing, what's the advice that you would give to any single women 40 and over? What do you tell them?
don't ask me for advice. No,
You
love
already said it. I was
yourself.
trying to say, love yourself.
love
first,
yourself
and then-
before you try to
Mhm.
pour so much into somebody else.
Mhm.
It's okay to love others. You should always love others, but you've got to love yourself first.
And more. I think you
And
should love yourself more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amanda said would be home alone with nobody to talk to. Sorry, I was using talk to text. And I'm not sure what that was too. But Amy said, Amy Gant, dating sucks. If I didn't find Steven, I would be single. I was not looking for anything when I found him. Amanda said,
I think
love
that's
being
how
you
a
and get a
lot-
dog.
I think that's
Yeah.
how a lot of great relationships
Or a snake.
start.
I don't.
Like,
I don't have a dog. I have a snake.
you're not looking for somebody when you find them.
Justin said, you
Yeah,
look-
I'm
you
not
look
looking for
right.
anybody.
You look for me right now.
I think that is honestly because people
That's like
tell
my
me all the
quote:
time.
"Not here for a long time, but a good time."
Yeah, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people told me that, when I was going through my depressive single state, they're like, if you're out looking for somebody, you're not going to find them. But if
Mhm.
you stop looking, and honestly, that is the truth. And I didn't say to myself, okay, I'm going to stop looking to secretly look for you. It wasn't
Mhm.
that kind of
That's
deal.
what I thought you meant, Justin.
I
Oh.
was like, I'm just done. I'm done with
I
that.
I would love to find love, but I'm not.
actively seeking it, like through
Am I?
corners.
Am I actively seeking it?
I don't think so because
I just
I
let
think
things
you're
happen.
actively open for
I
it.
was
I'm
right, so I think
absolutely
you're
open for it.
I think you're open for it, but I think that I don't see that you're looking.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that
It just keeps finding me.
I was right to
Just
say I
kidding.
think whatever you found has Amanda. We know we have a delay in comments problem. Justin said Mr. Right and Mr. Right now because when I
There's a
just read his
difference.
comment and I was like, huh?
Uh-huh.
But and then Amanda was saying that it's I used to have a twin because you always had somebody there.
Yeah.
You always had a friend, and I think that would be because I'm not. All I had was a brother.
Yeah. Who needs a man? I've got a twin.
A polar opposite. twin
She
of that.
doesn't hug me like I want.
Or cuddle.
That would be a little awkward.
I do like to cuddle.
I
That's
thought you'd
a
be
whole
big
And
other
wrestle.
episode. That's a whole other episode. Blah, blah, blah.
My number is. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So
No.
back to in closing.
Hang on, I gotta get off my foot.
In closing, Abigail says, "Love yourself first." And that's
Absolutely.
exactly what you all need to do. Like
Whatever will be, will be.
And even if you're
We're gonna
not
watch me
single,
fall.
even if you are married, or in a steady relationship, love yourself. Love
Yeah.
yourself and do for yourself because
Well,
you can't pour into somebody else if
If they're not
you
happy with you,
don't have it with you. Yeah.
you have to be happy in your situation before you can get happy with somebody else's
Exactly.
situation. So I mean,
And tomorrow, tune into us for our regular podcast.
I won't be here.
She won't be here, but
I gotta
we will
work.
Bring her up again.
I'm sure.
Tomorrow.
and we also
1
need
o'clock.
y'all's opinions on moving our Friday podcast because we're thinking about moving it to Tuesday afternoons
Yeah,
so we
like
need
in the
opinions.
evening, like 5-ish.
instead of
maybe.
doing Friday during the middle of the day.
Yeah, so more
So-
people can maybe interact with us.
Mm-hmm.
Thursdays, of course, it's just us live. It's not really a podcast segment.
Mhm.
It's just live talking, entertaining ourselves.
And why is
basically.
my phone blowing up?
Because everybody's like,
Abigail's
Abigail's phone just keeps going off
if
over
you
here.
would like to get with Abigail, all you have to do is message myself or Kristen on Facebook. We're also on TikTok under
Amber and Kristen.
Amber.Kristen. We're also on Instagram. We're on YouTube. You can reach us, aka Abigail, anyway through any of the social apps.
I enjoy snacks and long walks on the beach.
Me too.
Not really.
Me
No,
too.
I was
no,
gonna say,
no.
me three.
I like hiking and motorcycles and snakes.
And this is how we
And these
literally are
Yeah.
gonna hook her up with somebody. Because you gotta take us along. So
We're
Now,
package deal.
sorry, we're packaged.
I mean, my eye,
Minus
you
the
know,
snakes. I really do like snacks and long walks on the beach.
She don't like
snacks.
snakes.
not,
She likes
she don't like
snacks.
snakes. She
Yeah.
likes snacks.
Snacks. There's a
Snacks.
difference.
She likes snacks.
Anyway, guys, tune in tomorrow to us on
Oh,
Branch
Lord.
Talks for our regular,
Sorry, I'm short, but I
segment.
couldn't get over there.
and we are just going to wing it until Kristen shuts us off.
She knows how to
We
push those
love you
buttons.
all.